Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts. Because what I'm about to spill makes the Kardashians look like a church choir talent show. Jaguar Wright just cracked open a vault of chaos, and at the center of this scandalous storm is none other than Chrisean Rock. Yes, the same Chrisean who can turn a baby shower into a WrestleMania main event is now being dragged by a so-called secret list, and this isn't your average grocery checklist. No. This thing reads like the Dead Sea Scrolls of Hollywood dirt. Imagine if TMZ, the Shade Room, and your nosy auntie with a glass of wine teamed up to write an encyclopedia of celebrity sins. That's the level of messy we're dealing with here. Jaguar didn't just throw shade, she set up a solar eclipse. She's naming names, spilling connections, and putting Chrisean Rock on the kind of hot seat that makes lava look like a spa treatment. So why is this secret list causing more drama than a Real Housewives reunion? What's on it? Who's exposed? And why does it suddenly feel like Hollywood just got its own Area 51 files leaked? Stick around because this story only gets darker, wilder, and way too juicy to miss. So picture this. The internet is minding its own business, doom scrolling through cat videos, memes, and yet another Kardashian Photoshop fail when BOOM. Jaguar Wright decides it's time to light a match and throw it straight into the gasoline-soaked circus tent of celebrity drama. And her target? None other than Chrisean Rock. Now, for those of you who've been living under a rock, no pun intended, Chrisean is not just another Instagram-famous reality TV wildcard. She's the walking, talking embodiment of a TMZ headline. 1 minute, she's punching somebody in the face on baddies. The next, she's crying about Blueface. And 5 minutes later, she's smiling with a tooth missing like she just won a heavyweight championship. Chrisean Rock doesn't just live in drama. She is drama. And that's exactly why Jaguar Wright decided to make her the centerpiece of this secret list. Let's rewind for a second. Jaguar Wright is no stranger to controversy. This woman has turned exposing people into an Olympic sport, and if spilling celebrity secrets were a paid profession, she'd be Elon Musk rich. She doesn't just drop tea, she pours the entire boiling kettle onto the Hollywood carpet. And when she says she's got a secret list, it isn't about meal prepping or weekend chores. Oh no, this is the kind of list that can make FBI agents sit up straighter at their desks. According to Jaguar, this so-called secret list contains names, connections, and scandals that link Chrisean Rock to some of the wildest, darkest corners of the entertainment industry. Think about it like the Hollywood version of Pandora's box. Once you open it, you can't put the crazy back inside. Now when the leak first hit, fans went into meltdown mode faster than Twitter on the night Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. People were clutching their pearls, dropping popcorn emojis, and tweeting, "Not Chrisean on that list." The shockwaves were instant, because let's be real, Chrisean already had a reputation for chaos. But Jaguar is basically suggesting that what we've seen is just the PG-13 trailer, and the real movie is rated NC-17 with a government warning slapped on it. The list supposedly names secret hookups, financial dirt, and connections to industry power players who would rather be seen in Crocs with socks than have their business out in public. And at the top of it all, Chrisean Rock, painted as the lightning rod holding all these secrets together. Sarcasm aside, the reactions were priceless. Some fans were like, "Jaguar's lying again, she just wants attention." Others were like, "Nope, she's telling the truth and Chrisean better lawyer up." Meanwhile, the memes started flying. One meme had Chrisean's face photoshopped onto the Declaration of Independence with the caption, "The secret list that founded Hollywood." Another had her holding Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet, but instead of stones, it was scandal receipts. Let me put it this way, if you thought Chrisean's toxic relationship with Blueface was messy, this secret list makes that look like a Disney Channel breakup episode. And here's where the sarcasm kicks in. Jaguar didn't just expose a rumor. No, she practically announced it like she was Oprah handing out free cars. You get a scandal. You get a scandal. Everybody gets a scandal. And the internet ate it up like it was a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Drop in 2019. The background of this feud is equally entertaining. Jaguar has always positioned herself as the truth teller of the industry, the one willing to burn bridges and watch them collapse with a smile. But when you bring Chrisean into the picture, you're not just burning bridges, you're dynamiting the entire city skyline. Because Chrisean, for all her chaos, has one thing that makes her different. She's unpredictable. You don't know if she's going to clap back, cry, laugh, or start a fistfight in the middle of an interview. And that's what makes this whole situation feel like a ticking time bomb. Fans were literally setting countdown clocks on Twitter, waiting for her response, like they were anticipating the season finale of Game of Thrones. And let's not forget, this isn't happening in some vacuum. This is playing out in real time in the court of public opinion, where hashtags are stronger than subpoenas. The secret list started trending faster than Taylor Swift dropping a breakup song. Instagram lives popped up like mushrooms after. A storm with influencers dissecting the list like it was a national security briefing. One influencer even joked, "Forget UFO files, this is the real disclosure America needs." Savage? Yes. Accurate? Also yes, and of course we have to talk about Blueface. You already know that man's name got dragged into this mess. People were speculating left and right. Was he on the list? Was he tied to Chrisean's connections? Did Jaguar just expose the world's most toxic Bonnie and Clyde? The theories were running wild, but here's the kicker. Jaguar didn't just name-drop Chrisean. Nope, she allegedly connected her to a string of other celebrities. Power players and backroom deals that make Hollywood look like a high school. Cafeteria. You think you know who's sitting at the cool kids' table? Think again. This list flips the lunchroom upside down. The first reactions to the leak were a blend of disbelief and schadenfreude. Some fans said, this is just another attention grab, while others swore they could see the truth in Jaguar's eyes like she was some kind of scandal clairvoyant. And every second that passed, the buzz only grew louder. In classic internet fashion, people began comparing this to iconic pop culture moments. Some said it was bigger than Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift at the VMAs. Others compared it to the finale of Scandal, but written by the writers of South Park. My personal favorite? A tweet that said, "This makes the royal family." Drama looked like a PTA meeting. So now we have Jaguar Wright armed with her mysterious secret list, throwing Chrisean Rock under the biggest bus imaginable. And the internet is acting like it just discovered a new season of Black Mirror. The tension is through the roof. Every fan, hater, and messy blogger is glued to their screens, waiting for the next domino to fall. And trust me, it's only the beginning. Because if you think this opening act is explosive, just wait until we dive into the fallout. Celebrities reacting, fans losing their collective minds, and memes so savage they could end careers all by themselves. This isn't just drama. This is Hollywood's version of the apocalypse, and the best part? It's playing out live in real time, and everyone is invited to watch the chaos unfold. The internet thought it had seen peak chaos when Jaguar Wright first dropped the so-called secret list. But what happened after made that look like the trailer before the actual movie? The second this story hit, celebrities started cracking. And not in the usual post-cryptic emoji way. No, this time they went live, they subtweeted. They unfollowed each other like middle schoolers in a group chat meltdown. One rapper jumped on Instagram Live yelling that if Chrisean Rock was really tied to the names Jaguar hinted at, half the industry is finished. Like it was the Game of Thrones finale and the whole cast just got wiped out. Another reality star who normally only trends when she throws wine on VH1 piped up to say, "This list ain't new, we been new." Which basically sounded like jealousy that Jaguar got the spotlight first. Then came the memes. Oh, the glorious memes. Chrisean was photoshopped clutching the Death Note notebook, scribbling scandals like a gothic Regina George. Jaguar got edited into the Infinity Gauntlet scene, snapping her fingers while half of Hollywood vanished into dust. Marvel could never, but beneath the comedy, paranoia spread like wildfire. Celebrities who weren't even mentioned started posting random disclaimers. Just to be clear, I don't have anything to do with any lists. Sir, nobody asked you, and now you look guilty just for volunteering that information. It was like watching guilty consciences leak through Wi-Fi signals, and the silence from Chrisean? Deafening. This is a woman who normally claps back before the insult even finishes leaving someone's lips. Yet here, nothing. No live stream, no wild rant, not even a side-eye tweet. Fans noticed instantly. In celebrity culture, silence is louder than denial, and the internet decided her hush meant she was sitting on top of something nuclear. When she finally did break her silence, the post read only, "Y'all don't even know half of it." Excuse me? That's not denial, that's basically throwing gasoline on the rumor bonfire. The hashtag half of what Chrisean trended like wildfire. Memes poured in her face edited onto Pandora's box, captions screaming, "Still half full." Others put her on Wheel of Fortune with the puzzle letters, "half of IT." And the public treated it like a legitimate trial with Jaguar as prosecutor, Chrisean as defendant, and Twitter as the jury. Court was in session, and the verdict was chaos. Talk shows couldn't resist jumping in. One daytime host teased, "If the list is true, some stars won't be shining anymore." The audience gasped so hard you'd think they'd just seen Oprah give away a jet. Meanwhile, brands allegedly started backing away from Chrisean. One beauty company reportedly froze a deal. Because nothing says buy our lip gloss like your ambassador being roasted in scandal memes. Unfollows became the new currency. Big names quietly clicking unfollow on Chrisean sent fans into detective overdrive. Social media turned into the NBA final scoreboard. She just lost another one. Screenshots circulated like trading cards. You think unfollow buttons were subpoenas? Think peace warriors joined the party too, publishing essays with titles like "What Jaguar Writes Secret List Reveals About Modern Celebrity Culture." Please, all it revealed is that messy drama still rules the internet. But that didn't stop wannabe journalists from acting like this was the Pentagon Papers, when really it was the Real Housewives on steroids? Even more entertaining? The paranoia that bled through interviews. Suddenly stars were giving cryptic quotes like, "Now's a good time to mind your business," which sounded less like advice and more like, "Please don't let my name be on page 2 of that list." Jaguar had everyone shook. Her IG lives weren't gossip anymore, they were guillotines. The obsession reached cult status. Fans built flowcharts mapping out connections like amateur FBI analysts. They linked Chrisean, Blueface, Jaguar, and half of Hollywood with arrows and theories, basically turning scandal into digital true crime. Someone even created a Reddit thread titled, "The Chrisean Conspiracy Bible." Through it all, Jaguar sat back like the Joker in Gotham, watching the city burn while sipping tea. She didn't need a PR team. She didn't need lawyers. She had the only fuel stronger than both. Chaos. By now, this wasn't gossip. It was a cultural earthquake. The secret list wasn't just a scandal, it was the internet's Super Bowl, dragging careers, friendships, and reputations into the mud. And the question left hanging over everyone's head was simple: when the dust settles, who's still standing? The dust hadn't even settled, and already the fallout from Jaguar Wright's secret list felt like an atomic bomb had gone off in the middle of Hollywood. Reputations weren't just bruised, they were scorched, deep-fried, and served with extra crispy receipts. Chrisean Rock, once the chaotic darling of reality TV, was suddenly less of a messy icon and more of a walking cautionary tale. The first ripple effect? Friends turned frenemies overnight. Celebrities who once partied with Chrisean suddenly couldn't find her number in their phones. One rapper was caught on camera dodging a question about her, nervously laughing before muttering, "Man, I don't even know her like that." "Oh, really? Sir, we have 6 different videos of you in her section at the club last month." The backpedaling was so Olympic level, Nike should have sponsored it. Brands continued fleeing like rats on a sinking ship. A clothing line quietly pulled a campaign that had Chrisean as their face. A beverage company scrapped an ad that was already filmed. And get this, a sneaker brand even issued a statement saying, "We believe in positive partnerships." Translation? We're not about to be roasted in Twitter memes over this. Chrisean's career wasn't canceled, it was on clearance. Meanwhile, Blueface did what Blueface does best, pour gasoline on the flames. He started posting cryptic tweets, laughing emojis, and one particularly petty line. "Told y'all she messy." Sir, you are the co-founder of Messier. You two practically invented toxic brand partnerships. But of course, he used this moment to score points, like an ex texting, "I told you so" after a breakup. Fans dragged him mercilessly, but his involvement only made the story grow. And let's talk about the fan reactions, because if the internet was in chaos during the leak, the aftermath turned them into doomsday prophets. Twitter threads popped up claiming the list was just the beginning. TikTok creators made 10-part exposes with conspiracy boards in the background, connecting Chrisean to everyone from Drake to SpongeBob SquarePants. Nothing was off limits, even celebrities outside of music started chiming in. A sitcom star from the 2000s randomly posted, "Hollywood's finally being exposed. Sir, nobody even knew you still had Wi-Fi." But hey, clout is clout. And this scandal had people crawling out of the shadows like moths to a flame. The biggest shocker, though, was Chrisean herself. When she finally addressed it head-on, fans expected fire, fury, maybe even a live brawl. Instead, she leaned in. She admitted that Jaguar wasn't lying about everything. She didn't give specifics, but she said enough to make jaws drop. "Y'all think I'm crazy now? Wait until you hear the rest." That's not denial, that's a movie trailer. The internet collectively lost its mind. Hashtags like hashtag rest of what? And hashtag tell us Chrisean trended for days. Memes exploded with captions like, "Sis turned her scandal into a trilogy." She didn't just respond, she teased a sequel, guaranteeing the chaos would keep spinning. Meanwhile, the industry's paranoia hit peak levels. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know who else might be on the dreaded secret list. Some artists canceled interviews altogether, worried they'd be asked about it. Others started publicly posting their innocence like it was a personality trait. The irony. Every denial made people more suspicious. Even the press couldn't resist framing it like an apocalypse. Headlines screamed, "The list that rocked Hollywood." Tabloids compared it to Pandora's box, except instead of unleashing monsters, it unleashed PR nightmares. One columnist even wrote, "This scandal is the Kardashian wedding of celebrity meltdowns Gotti. Dramatic and impossible to look away from, but the real kicker was the long-term impact." Chrisean's image went from wild child to scandal central. For some fans, it made her more iconic, like she was Hollywood's Joker, thriving in chaos. For others, it was the nail in the coffin. And Jaguar, right? She cemented her place as the self-appointed Grim Reaper of celebrity secrets. People started joking that she didn't drop tea, she served full-blown volcanic eruptions. Even months later, the ripple effects lingered. Some celebrities disappeared from the public eye entirely, rumored to have ties to the secret list. Industry insiders whispered that contracts were canceled, collaborations shelved, and careers quietly put on pause. In other words, Jaguar didn't just expose dirt, she bulldozed an entire ecosystem of celebrity politics. And the fans? They were addicted. Every new whisper about the list sent timelines into frenzy. People treated Jaguar's next live stream like the Super Bowl, complete with popcorn and bets on which star would be exposed next. The scandal wasn't just a moment, it became a serialized drama. And everyone wanted the next episode. By now, it was clear. This wasn't just another celebrity feud. It was bigger. This was the kind of scandal that becomes folklore. The kind people will bring up years from now saying, "Remember when Jaguar Wright ended Hollywood with one list?" And at the center of it all, Chrisean Rock forever stamped. As the star who went from messy reality TV chaos to headline-dominating scandal queen, the aftermath didn't kill her career outright, but it transformed it. For better or worse, Chrisean was no longer just Chrisean Rock, she was a living symbol of Hollywood's dirty laundry. And whether people loved her or hated her, one thing was certain. Nobody could look away, and there you have it, folks. The scandal so wild it makes reality TV look like Sesame Street. Jaguar Wright didn't just expose Chrisean Rock. She basically threw Hollywood into a blender, hit puree, and served it with a toxic little umbrella on top. And trust me, if this secret list is only the beginning, we're looking at a full-on cinematic universe of chaos. But now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. Do you think Chrisean's guilty, innocent, or just the latest contestant in Jaguar's Hunger Games of Hollywood secrets? Don't hold back. I want conspiracy theories, savage memes, and predictions spicier than hot Cheetos. And listen, if you survived this roller coaster, smash that like button like it owes you money. Seriously, hit it harder than Blueface and Chrisean hit each other with shade. And while you're at it, subscribe to this channel because scandals don't sleep, and neither do we. Around here, drama drops faster than rappers unfollowing each other on Instagram, and you do not want to miss the next detonation. Because let's be honest, in the land of Hollywood, the truth isn't stranger than fiction, it is fiction, and Jaguar Wright just became the best-selling author. This is Truth Tattle, where secrets get louder, scandals get messier, and your favorite celebrities get exposed like never before. Until the next chaos bomb drops, remember, trust no list, question every live, and keep your popcorn close.